It is Rob and Liz, and you have found yourself in an I Believe Friday. I love this day of the week when we get to celebrate what you are believing God's going to do as you head into a big, what is it now, 4th of July weekend?
Oh, yeah, the first of many.
Yeah, the first of two, because you get the long Independence Day week and all the celebrations that are taking place. So I Believe Friday, here's all you need to do. Open up the My HISRadio app, tap on the open mic, and when you tap record, start your sentence with I believe. Let's start with Mama Liz with I Believe Friday.
All right, I believe I am going to get a full 8 hours of sleep tonight. I haven't gotten one lately. I believe it's going to happen tonight.
You would think she's got a toddler in her family.
You would think. Just a couple of dogs.
They bark at night. Scott,
Yes.
I believe.
I believe my son and I are going to have a blast going to a Lego Brickverse event tomorrow. Full Lego.
I believe I'm not going to get in any traffic jams as we start traveling toward Maine this weekend for my daughter's wedding.
Oh, I believe that too.
I believe that next week, Vacation Bible School will be the best vacation Bible school we've ever had, and children will come to know Jesus as their personal Lord and Savior.
I believe that God is healing my husband of his heart disease.
Good morning. I believe it's going to be a wonderful day. No matter what we do, you might run into bumps in the road, but it's going to be a great day and have a wonderful day. Jesus is with us and will pull us through. Y'all have a good one.
I believe that I'm going to be healed from my diabetes and live a healthy, long life for my children and grandchildren.
I believe I'm going to have the best-selling day ever.
I believe that I'm going to have a good performance this night.
I believe that God is going to give me the strength, the wisdom, and the confidence to interview today for this promotion at my job.
I believe today all prayers will be answered. I believe that the good Lord will help me figure out how to prevent my foreclosure and save my house for me and my wife.
I believe that God is going to give encouragement and strength and light to my sister-in-law's heart today as she's grieving the tragic recent loss of her daughter while she's still trying to cope and understand the tragic loss of her husband 6 years ago.
This is Jen, and I believe it's going to be a fantastic weekend, and we're going to have a great day on Monday, just going up to Helen, Georgia, and just having a great time. Have a great day, guys, and weekend. Bye.
I believe that my son's platoon and company that graduate today are going to have an awesome day and feel great driving home with their families after 3 months without seeing them, and that my son, who was medically tapped out for a while, will get back in and train hard and graduate as a Marine. I believe Friday. Thanks.
Come on
God
now.
bless.
God bless you too. And one Blue Star mama that's proud of her boy.
That's right. It should be.
I believe that I'm going to be leaving for the beach tomorrow and just have an awesome, relaxing vacation for the next 8 days.
I believe my granddaughter and I are going to have a wonderful time at the beach this weekend.
Happy Friday morning. I believe in chocolate, coffee, and forgiveness.
I believe I'm going to have a great day because I started it with my beautiful wife and my son. God bless everybody.
I believe Jesus loves me, and today will be a beautiful day.
I believe the best is yet to come.
Hi, this is Karen. I believe God is going to provide another job opportunity for me really soon.
I believe that I'm going to have a blessed, awesome, and safe weekend.
I believe that this is going to be a wonderful weekend because I work every other weekend, but this is my weekend off.
I believe that God has a purpose for laying me up with my broken leg and that He will lead me to what He has for me next in my life after I heal.
I believe me and my family are going to have a fantastic time in Destin, Florida next week. Whoop, whoop.
You enjoy that time, especially all the fireworks that are going to happen in Destin on the 4th of July, right?
Ooh, watching them from the ocean? That would be awesome.
Oh, I Believe Friday, it is here. Open up the My HISRadio app, tap on the open mic, and when you tap record, start your sentence with I believe.
Rob and Lizz,
his morning crew.
Here's the thought. the sandwich. Do you eat it whole? Do you cut it in half? And how do you cut it in half? What's the best way to cut a sandwich? Liz has a theory.
Well, I think it is the triangle where you cut it diagonally. This is the way my mom always cut it when I was growing up. And when she came to stay with us a couple, months ago, I was cutting her sandwiches because I made her a sandwich every day. I would cut it in a triangle, and she loved it.
Okay, Scott?
I am in the diagonal triangle. Yeah.
Triangle guy. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, sorry you guys are doing it wrong because I just like it straight up down.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, you got more to grab. You got grab the sandwich, eat the sandwich. You got a little tainty, point on one end on these triangle things. I can't hold it in my hand. So that's how I do it.
I'm like, what? It's the same amount of sandwich.
Yes and no.
But you are right. The triangle's fancier.
It's fancier, but not just fancier. It's hard to hold.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, my sandwiches were always cut like you did, Rob, as a kid, and then I rebelled and went more diagonal.
Well, see, you were led astray. You can
Crust
come
or
back.
no crust?
Crust.
Gotta have the crust.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Gotta have the crust. I'm not 3.
So here's another question. Toasted or untoasted?
Toasted.
It depends.
See, I'm more of a
what?
guy.
On what's in the sandwich. If it's toasted, you're not gonna. I mean, there's certain things you don't toast for,
Okay, lay it down. What do you not toast?
like this, that, or the other. But if you have some of those, then you can toast it.
Specifics here, Robert.
Those things. So if you have those in your sandwich, toast. If you have this, that, the other, no toast.
Not committing, huh?
See, the thing with toasted is you get crumbs everywhere. And if you don't toast it, it's just nice and neat on that diagonal cut.
Boring.
Less to clean up. Hey, if Liz wants to spend the rest of her days cleaning up the kitchen because of all the crumbs all over the place because of toast, that's okay.
Wow.
She
You've
likes
lived
this,
my
that, or
life.
the other.
You've lived my life.
Yeah, not quite.
You need to cut it diagonal. You leave the crust on, and then it depends on the type of sandwich as to whether or not it's toasted.
Yeah, that's the way that Liz and Scott both do their sandwiches. They cut them in their little triangles, kind of the. And I'm with her on the type of sandwich that it is that you actually do toast.
Well, I'll tell you, Becky texted in, and she's got it all laid out for us, which ones you should toast and which you shouldn't. So she said,
good. Let's hear it.
Peanut butter, toasted.
Yes.
Peanut butter and jelly, untoasted.
Yes.
Cheese. Here's surprising. She said untoasted.
Yeah, because it's got to be grilled. You don't toast a cheese sandwich.
Sure you can.
Grill a cheese sandwich.
Put that bad boy in the oven or in the air fryer. Yes. Okay, she said ham and cheese, either way. Turkey and cheese, either way. I will agree, but I think they're both better toasted.
Depends.
Depends on what?
Depends on the type of turkey. Is it the lunch meat turkey or is it like real turkey?
Well, the real turkey, obviously better when you toast it. The just deli, just the round one, you got to do something to that. You got to elevate that somehow.
Round one?
Yeah, the round
Get
one.
your
That's
deli meat.
Well, it's not deli meat. It's just the Oscar Mayer.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. So my family has a couple of different ways that we eat sandwiches. We're special that way. What we do if we're going on the boat is we have our traditional boat sandwich, which is generally a lot of turkey, some mayonnaise, and some hot sauce. We cut it right down the middle. But if we're eating a deli-type sandwich that we've made that looks like it came from a deli, then it's cut at an angle. Hope y'all have a great day.
You too. Happy 4th of July, by the way. So, yeah, that's the way they do it. Special. And here's one thing that I noticed Liz kind of reacted to because she talked about the turkey and all the trimming sandwiches that they had, which included hot sauce. And Liz was like, what?
Hot sauce. I'm a spicy person, but I don't like the spicy on my food. And so that kind of like threw me a little bit.
Well, on the turkey sandwich, honestly, I've never thought about putting Pete or Tabasco on a turkey sandwich. It kind of sounds appetizing. I don't know about Scott, but it kind of It kind of got
Oh,
my
I
attention.
do. I love it. A little Texas Pete on there. It's nice.
On a
Very
turkey sandwich?
Yes, on turkey.
Real? I
Yep.
didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, I guess if you think about it, if you do like spices, it would elevate it a little bit. But I've got one for you. Can I lay one on you?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I don't like this, but my mama loves it. It's peanut butter and relish. Take that. There you go. Happy weekend. They're speechless.
That's a new one.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
How loud are the dogs in your neighborhood? I mean, how loud do they bark? Maybe your dog. I had one dog right before she passed away. That was a barker, a chronic barker. As soon as the dog went outside, it barked. Airplane going overhead, it barked. Squirrel on the fence, it barked. Person walking down the road, it barked. It barked, it barked, it barked. I wish I could have trained it not to bark.
Are you over it yet?
I don't know. That was good for me.
Yeah, our dogs bark when they're people or Amazon drivers, delivery drivers. Otherwise, they don't bark so much in the house.
Yeah. I saw this about a lady who has a golden retriever. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Golden retriever, still a puppy. Trained the puppy to whisper bark.
How do you do that?
The dog would start barking, and then she'd do these certain things, and the dog would get quieter and quieter to the perfect whisper bark. A little.
What? Do that again, Bluey. There you go.
A whisper bark. I don't know how she did it. She accomplished this. I mean, Scott is an animal trainer in his own right, and he trained his cats to cry.
Yeah, they cry. They do at night for food. And my youngest cat, the little one, the teenager we call her, when everybody's asleep at night, she goes upstairs, hallway's dark, and just starts crying like, "Wake up. I've been sleeping all day. It's time to party. Let's go. Why is everybody asleep?" Mm-hmm. So I need to kind of train her. That would be good to just whisper instead of being so vocal at night.
Well, it sounds like you trained her to be an alarm clock.
At the wrong time, unfortunately, at like 2 a.m. That's a little too early.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
I don't know if you have one of those Stanley cups. Those things are huge, humongous. They were like, what, 148 ounces?
Mine's, I think, 40 ounces.
They're big. They're big. I have a knockoff one that I got. It was swag from some group. Anyway, it's big. It's really big, but I only drink water out of it. That's how I get most of my water in during the day, is using that thing.
Well, it's a really good way to do it, and sometimes it's difficult to get our kids to drink water. They want Kool-Aid, they want soda, they even want chocolate milk.
Well, maybe the new Stanley for them will help. I think this is at Target. Somebody spotted like a 14-ounce Stanley cup that's exclusively for kids.
Well, they're saying that, it could be for toddlers or whatever, and I'm like, that's a lot of drink for a toddler, especially if they're potty training. That's quite a bit. But they're
help with the potty training.
Maybe. But they are super cute, and they have like all these really cool colors, like almost neon colors. But I'm thinking, why not get yourself a 14-ounce?
Right? I mean, that's a good size. I'd definitely use something like that, a little 14-ouncer. I don't know if I want, the bright colors or anything. I'm just a simple guy.
Oh, come on.
Don't need
bright.
No, I don't.
Bright lime. Bright lime. That's the one you need.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
Kevin was in college a couple years ago, North Carolina State University, and he was sort of homesick, wanting a home-cooked meal. So his best friend's parents, they are Rachel and Tom, they said, "You know what? Come on over, have a meal." He's like, "Yes, I'm coming over." And so not only did he eat that meal, but they sent him home with leftovers. And then I think he was like, "Can I come back over to your house for some more dinner?" So he
likes the home cooked meal.
He did, and I think he liked being part of a family because he was away from his family. So this kept happening, and the parents really saw that he needed conversation. He needed a family unit. He needed those meals. So they went on their Instagram and they said, okay, if you're a college student and you have an ID and you want a home-cooked meal, just come on by. So at first, just a couple of kids showed up, and then a couple more kids showed up. Then it was like 25 kids
I
showed
know
up.
where this is going. They became the place, didn't they?
They became the place, and so
Wow.
far, they have served thousands of students
Oh, come
home
on.
cooked meals. Yeah.
How great is that? What a cool outreach to have. Just knowing that these students need a place to go. And then it started with one, and now it's thousands, and all these students come by. And you know they appreciate it. Not just the home cooked meal, but they've got to love this couple. This has got to be the coolest couple around.
Coolest couple, because if they weren't, if they were like with a lot of rules or anything, they'd be like, yeah, we're good. But I think they're loving, they just love on them, and it's, a need known is an opportunity given.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
Don't know if you've seen the news, but it looks like finally your kid may have a seatbelt on the school bus, because they just don't have them. I always question, why don't we have school buses with seatbelts?
I know.
remember being a kid, and I'm like, I can go all over the place. If this thing rolls, I'm I'm going to go topsy-turvy all over the place.
Right. And I mean, it's been this way forever, but finally, so the company, they're called Bluebird Corporation, but they're the ones who make, I guess, most of the school buses.
Yeah.
They're going to introduce this 3-point harness system, which is basically what we have in our own cars.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how they name it. It's a 3-point system. It's the same thing you got in your car where it goes over one side and clips over to the opposite side, the over-the-shoulder thing, one shoulder. I know Scott is like ecstatic that the school buses are going to have these seatbelts in them.
I've always wondered that too. I'm like, we have seatbelts in basically everything with wheels these days, but school buses always got left behind. I'd read that it was very cost prohibitive to put those in school buses, and that's why you didn't really see them in any. So I'm glad to hear that that's being now looks like taken care of.
Yeah, they're our precious cargo. Why haven't they had seatbelts?
Well, I can't
before?
tell you if it's going to happen around here, quickly. I mean, and I don't see a timeline on if all school buses, at least the new ones that are being bought, are going to have those. So that's one question mark that I have is like, well, when you're implementing this, and where is it actually going to take place? Is it here? Is it California? Where in the world is this thing going to take place? But it seems like it's going to be slow, but at least they're going to start doing that. Because listen, you go on a charter bus, like the ones that, for when our kids at the church that I go off to summer camp. That's coming up like next week or the week after that for us, or a couple of weeks away from summer camp at our church. Their charter buses that come in have seat belts in them.
Yeah, so why not school buses? But I think some of the counties or some of the states may get some of those early buses even this fall. But you're right. It's going to take a long time. That's a huge expense to get brand new school buses. So take time, but we're on our way.
In the meantime, Scott's going to show up at school bus stops everywhere with duct tape.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
I don't know if you saw this. When I first read this, I'm like, wow, she's pretty strict. Because all you see, if you don't watch and listen to this Instagram post, you think the worst. Like, for instance, all it says is bride chastises the people at the wedding to put down their phones or something like that. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of stern.
A little bit. She's laying down the rules.
And it sounds mean. It sounds like the way that it was delivered was, listen, if you want to be at this wedding, by golly, put your phones away or leave. That's the way I'm reading it. I'm like, wow. And then I pushed play and I listened to what was being said. And here's how it plays out.
Put your phones away.
So she's walking down the middle of the aisle. It looks like it's an outside wedding. Smiles are on everybody's faces. And jovially, as people, are filming her, it's like, put your phones away. And everybody's laughing. I'm like, she wasn't mean about anything. She's just having fun with everybody. It's like, hey, enjoy yourself. Put it away. I don't need you filming me kind of a thing. It was fun.
Right. And maybe a tick passive aggressive because I think she really did want them to put the phones away and be present, be in the moment and enjoy this time. But at the same time, she sounds like she's got a really good personality and likes to
Yeah.
have fun with people.
She had
So
a smile on her face. People are laughing. But here's what I noticed is that people were filming her as they were going by. So they had their phones out, capturing the moment so that they'll have the moment all the time. And it's almost like an embarrassment, like, oh, put your phones away. Kind of
Oh
a thing,
yeah.
you know? How, I
Or
mean, I don't like my picture being taken. And so I'm like, I avoid it as much as possible because I'm just, it's a me thing. I'm uncomfortable by the way I look. But, you have fun with it kind of a thing.
yeah, so the next time you're taking your phone out and you're going at Rob, he's going to say, "Put your phone away."
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
I don't know if you've seen these. I'm sure you have out and about. These Tesla trucks. I honestly didn't think they were real because all I saw were pictures posted going through the scroll, mindlessly on social. And I see these things and I go, oh, yeah, they're kind of cool. They're really ugly. They look like they belong on the moon or a space-aged movie or something like that. And then I saw one in real life and I'm like, oh, that's more hideous than what I thought.
So we saw some coming back from vacation and it was on like a car hauler. And so there were, some really nice sedans and some convertibles and things like this. And on the very top, I was like, what in the world? And it was these Tesla trucks.
Yeah.
And then I've seen videos of them on the inside. There's not a whole lot of room. So
Really?
what's the draw?
I don't know. I really don't know. Sometimes I look at them and go, that looks pretty cool. And then I go, that kind of looks ugly, but cool. And I think this is like something out of, some sci-fi movie.
It
And I'm
really
thinking
does.
It's like a lunar car or something like that. But it's on our roads. It's street legal. It's electric. It's Tesla. It's silly expensive. I mean, all that stuff with these Tesla trucks. I don't know the draw, but I think Scott wants one.
I've not seen one yet. So I
You're-
want to.
Are you kidding me?
No, I've not seen one of these yet.
Have you seen the pictures of them?
I've seen pictures, but I mean, not in real life. Yeah.
So what do they look like? to you? I mean,
kind of neat.
okay.
Well, my husband, because we were like, okay, so they're going to be rare because they're super expensive.
Yeah.
He saw two at an intersection opposite from each other. It's not like they were being moved by the people, whatever. So they were on the same road at the same time. So how rare are they?
Yeah, there's more and more I'm noticing on the roads just
Yeah.
driving around. More
I
and
gotta
more
pay
people are
attention
buying
more and
these
more
things.
Yeah, maybe.
I gotta look for these.
Yeah, look in your rear view mirror sometimes. You'll probably see one.